I invite you in this moment to leave any roles, responsibilities, worries, or planning outside the door, giving yourself the gift of presence. And in this meditation, we will go into a little bit of equanimity. So with that being said, I invite you to find a comfortable sitting position. When the time feels right, to gently close your eyes or leave them open with a soft gaze, whatever feels most comfortable to you. And as you close your eyes, I invite you to make sure you're sitting where your spine is stacked straight. In a comfortable but also dignified way, where you feel alert and relaxed. But I will definitely help you, guide you to relaxation. So just sitting. And in this moment, I invite you to bring your attention to just grounding in this space. Maybe by feeling your legs touching the ground, your buns, your buttocks, having contact with the seat below you. Just feeling grounded in this moment. Maybe taking a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, filling the belly with air, the lungs, holding at the top for just a moment and letting out a nice loud audible sigh. Just releasing any stagnant energy. Let's go ahead and do that together. Filling in the belly. Chest, hold at the top. One more, all together. Fill up the belly, the chest, and sigh. Now as we come into more of silence and stillness, I invite you now to bring your attention to your breath. Not trying to control it or fix it at this point. I want you to just be the observer with this curious attention. How is your breath in this moment? Is it relaxed? Calm? For me, I feel a little bit of tightness. What do you feel with your breath? Is there shortness? Just observing. And as you observe the breath, I invite you to invite into the breath just the sense of letting go for a moment. Letting go of maybe something you're grasping from the past, or letting go to something you're looking forward to, grasping towards the future. And just being present with what's here. Letting go of trying to control the breath. Just allowing. Maybe as you notice your awareness to the breath, since our attention is here in our head, our nostril area, the breath, our chest, the top part of our torso and up, can you sense into what you might be grasping onto? Maybe grasping on to something having to be a certain way to be okay. Or maybe something you didn't do your best and you're grasping on to that moment in the past where you could have done better. Or maybe even grasping to something that you're waiting for, a phone call. Just sitting for a moment and acknowledging with your focus on the mind in this moment. And maybe it's not even the mind, but maybe it's the energy in your body. This energy of holding on to something. So as we sit here for just a moment, breathing, with each exhale, I invite you to let go of whatever it is you're grasping just a little more. Maybe even letting yourself exhale very long and slow. But just remember, there's no right or wrong. Just sensing into what that looks like for you in a non-judgmental, loving way. Letting go. Letting go of things having to be a certain way to be okay. Now I invite you to just let that image or thought of whatever it is you possibly could be grasping onto right now, I invite you to let that fall to the background. Let's bring our attention again to the breath. But for the next couple of moments, I want you to bring your attention to the spaces between the breath. So when you inhale, that space right before you exhale. And then when you exhale, that space right before the inhale. Just observing it, just for a few moments. Now I'm wondering, are you grasping onto the idea that you might be doing it wrong? Just noticing what's here. Noticing if judgment is here or the grasping, allowing it to be here. I want you to think of for a moment of how the breath is your life companion. It's been here with you all your life. Maybe even a refuge for those times when you got caught in reactivity or emotional distress. Your breath is always with you. Your first and last gift. Now I invite you to let the breath fall to the background. And I want you to bring your awareness down to your belly, your torso, your hips. And I invite you to see where that resonates with you. Is it the rise and fall of your belly when you breathe that you notice, that you bring awareness to? Is it the felt sense of your legs touching the floor, the cushion, the chair? What are you noticing? You can maybe even imagine a ball of light at your navel, just right inside the body, about a couple inches in front of the spine. Just find what resonates with you. Now, as our focus is at the bottom of our body, the bottom half of our body, in our hips, torso, stomach area, I want you to imagine that right at your belly button is a seed. And the seed is growing into a plant, a tree. And I want you to imagine that as this tree or plant grows, it's your roots growing into the ground, keeping you grounded in this moment with strength, resilience. As your roots grow stronger, firmer into the ground, I want you to sense into just for a moment, how does that feel for you? And if that doesn't resonate, just again, sensing into the lower half of your body, contacting the earth or the rise and fall of your belly, knowing there's no right or wrong, just what works for you. But can you sense into that feeling of being grounded in this present moment? And as those roots grow stronger, the tree trunk grows stronger. I want you to imagine that tree and a canopy of leaves at the top of the tree, blowing in the wind. I want you to think of your body as that same way, grounded in the earth. We're so grounded in this present moment that no matter what experience comes our way, we're calm, tranquil, equanimous. Knowing that no matter what comes our way, we've been through challenge before. We'll get through it again. Just like that tree, being so grounded, so rooted, with strength, confidence, courage, resilience, that when the storms come, that wind comes, no matter how strong, the leaves may flow, you may get off balance, you may get caught in reactivity a bit. But you don't get swept away. The wind may be strong. Those difficulties may be strong. You may get reactive. So you might bend just a little bit in the storm. But you're so rooted that even if you bend just a little, getting caught into that storm, you know you'll bounce back. And it's okay. Because you are strong, confident, courageous, and resilient because you are grounded in this moment. Letting things be just the way they are. Not trying to fix it, change it. Just learning to flow with it. Bending with the strong storms. Being resilient and stable and grounded. If you notice your energy goes back up to your mind, up to the thoughts, getting swept away, just bringing your attention back down to the lower half of your body, or bringing your attention back to your breath. Or maybe just holding on to something that gives you a sense of this moment. Just getting out of the head and coming back into the body. If you have to do that many times throughout your day, knowing it's okay. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's just being with what is. And every time you get caught, you recognize and you bring yourself back out. Building that resilience, that wisdom, that equanimity. Now I invite you to sense into the body that calmness, that tranquil energy, that equanimity. Feel it, embody it, cultivate it. Now I invite you to wiggle your toes and fingers and slowly open your eyes when the time feels right. Thank you.